Yeah, Margarito says he's had 6 weeks to prepare. Doesn't know much about David Kamau. Says he knows he has to work the body, and that youth will be served. He is 12 years the younger, and he has a lot of mileage on him, having turned pro at the age of 15. Best opponent he's been in against, Rodney Jones in June of 1996, slick southpaw, and he lost a 10-round decision. One of his 3 losses. There is some common opposition between these two, which we will delve into in just a bit. Knockout ratio, Kamau 22 of 33, 1 knockout loss, and Margarito 13 of 24. He has never been stopped in his professional career.
One of the keys here, especially with this heat, might be the age, Bob. We talked about before, Margarito being 22 and Kamau being 34.
Well, Kamau says that it doesn't matter. He doesn't worry about age. He says he feels young inside. He has not fought in 8 months and 21 days. Last fight September of 1999, and Kamau eats a left hand from Margarito. He says that he goes to the gym every day, just hasn't gotten the call. He was supposed to fight Margarito in the fall, and that fight fell through. Then it fell through in the winter. So Kamau has just stayed busy in the ring, while Margarito has had 2 fights since the first cancellation of their meetings.
Kamau trying to box a little bit here. He's bigger, stronger Margarito. Margarito knows that. That's why he's going to the body, trying to take those legs away. There's no doubt about it. The bigger guy here, Bob, Margarito. Been a welterweight his whole career. Been as heavy as 157 pounds. And Kamau, of course, been a junior welterweight most of his career. 141 pounds or less 20 times. Been as light as 138 pounds.
Kamau has been in against excellent competition. Knocked out in the second round by Oscar De La Hoya in June of 97. Back in 95, he went 12 rounds with Julio Cesar Chavez for the WBC junior welterweight crown. In fact, Kamau had a pretty decent lead early, but Chavez rallied, and Kamau right now is in a retreat mode as Margarito's punches have gotten to him a bit.
Younger Margarito in his heat. Maybe he can do a little bit more and keep it up. He's a guy who, the scouting report on him is just what you've been seeing. Throws a lot of punches. Real tough. Keeps coming. Not a big banger, but he'll go to the body. And he'll work.
Now with a combination, but Margarito answers right back. And Kamau staggered back. Kamau has seemed unsteady, Teddy, here in round 1.
Well, there is a lot of mileage on that odometer. As you said, he hasn't been real active. 9 months since his last fight.
Good round 1 for Antonio Margarito. Round number 2 underway. David Kamau, Antonio Margarito. This is a 10-round welterweight bout. And fairly even first round, but Margarito landed more meaningful punches, although Kamau was busy. Take a look at the numbers from that first round. You see Kamau threw 128 punches in that round. But he only outlanded Margarito by 1, and Margarito seemed to have Kamau back on his heels at times.
Margarito, that's his style, Bob. He comes forward, he makes you work. Gives you no free ride. Not a big banger, but knows how to go to the body.
Kamau told us yesterday he didn't know much about Margarito. His trainers had watched the tape, and he said after round number 1, I'll have a better idea. Let's see if Kamau has a better round number 2.
Well, Kamau will make adjustments. He's an experienced guy. Margarito, even though he's never been stopped, he's been on the floor several times in fights. Kamau has been known to cut. Look for that.
Seems a little stiff. Came to the United States in 1990. Represented Kenya in the 88 Olympic Games with David Kamau. Won 2 matches before losing.
Kamau now using experience, taking what's given to him, Bob.
Yeah,
that time he waited a little too long after the punch.
He ate a right hand.
Sometimes Margarito will cover up, go defensive, and Kamau moves his hands and then gets out.
Kamau is busy. That's why the numbers in round 1 were in Kamau's favor as far as thrown.
Margarito is long with those arms and long with those punches. He's sure Kamau will look to throw something a little straighter in between one of those long arm punches of Margarito.
Kamau goes down. He missed with a right hand and ate a left.
That time the long left paid off for Margarito because Kamau was falling out.
Blood from the nose of David Kamau. Now has 20 seconds to try to survive.
I know Kamau's in trouble. Margarito has to be careful with those wide punches. He doesn't get caught in between.
Antonio Margarito, who's not necessarily a banger, has dropped Kamau again, and the referee has stopped it. The referee has stopped it at the end of round number 2. David Kamau got dropped for a second time, and Antonio Margarito, who stepped up in class tonight, takes care of David Kamau.
Kamau and his people are not happy with the ref's decision. It was at the end of the bell, the end of the round.
Well, he stopped it with seconds to go. Now remember, fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round, but the referee stepped in and stopped it. The Kamau people are upset. And Antonio Margarito gets his 14th stoppage. Teddy, we're going to take a look at the first knockdown. And I think it was a missed right hand by Kamau and then a counter by Margarito.
Well, here you can see Margarito's working there.
Well, that's the end of the fight. That's the end of the fight.
Yeah, that was not the first knockdown. That was the last one.
And take a look at it one more time, and you see that Margarito with the harder punches.
And not giving any reprieve to Kamau. And when Kamau falls out, Margarito went with him.
Now, what do you think about the ref? Raul Caiz, he gave it a 1 count, and then he just stopped it.
He was obviously influenced by the first knockdown. And in his mind, he felt that, you know, you could make an argument that he should have given him the guy a chance to recover. This is boxing after all.
And Kamau is a veteran guy. He gave him 1 count, and then he stopped it. Now, it would have been up to Kamau to get up and answer the count even after the bell rang, because you cannot be saved with the bell in any round. And Kamau protested, but he did get dropped twice in that second round. We're going to take one more look at it, and we'll take a look at the end of the fight as Antonio Margarito, who's not known as a banger, picks up his 14th knockout win. And you see, remember, Kamau had already been down once in this round, and these are the waning seconds of round number 2. The right hand sends him down, and then the referee pounces in, gives a 1 count, and then just stops it.
You can make an argument. You could see people being upset that that could be a quick stoppage.
So David Kamau suffers the 4th loss of his career and stopped for the 2nd time, once by De La Hoya, now by Antonio Margarito, who has now won 13 in a row. 2:59 of round number 2.